more
This
thing I
conference
observed.
will now be
Sangam.
recorded.
Yeah, Sangam,
Hello.
tell me. Yeah.
When I change the text format and ideally to same like yours, okay, then the number of means like the exact yeah, spaces between the product and the rate, the price, that has got disturbed actually.
Okay, you can check in the settings in the configure only. There will be some settings for that. I
Okay, okay,
didn't see that. Yeah, you can check on that.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, master. Thank
Okay.
you.
So yeah, now we'll continue about our classes and objects. Our main concept is OOPS, right? Object-oriented programming. So we have completed abstraction and inheritance. So what is abstraction is? It's generalizing of a class. Like we before we said inheritance, right? What is inheritance? Can anyone tell what is inheritance? Rakesh, can you tell me what is inheritance? Rakesh, can you tell me what is inheritance? Okay. Shreyas, can you tell me what is inheritance? Come on, guys, I want answers. Okay, I got an answer.
Inheritance is like taking from the means like from the parent definition, something like that.
Yeah, it's taking the methods and attributes from the parent class. Okay,
Yeah,
so we are taking all the methods and we're inheriting those methods to the child class. Uh, it's not a thing that is not equipped. It will be equipped directly from. Okay, so now let's see what is encapsulation. So generally, what is the meaning of encapsulation? You're you're capturing something into, like you're making something private. Okay, that is the meaning of encapsulation. So over here, like we have so many attributes and variables, right? In our classes, we have so many attributes and variables. Then what if you want to make them private? You don't want any other people, other users to disturb them. So this is the process of encapsulation. So encapsulation is one of the fundamental concepts of object-oriented programming, and it describes the idea of wrapping data and methods that work within one unit. And you add restrictions and you add restrictions to the variables or the methods to them. So yeah, we put restrictions to accessing variables and methods, and can directly prevent the accidental modification of data. So when you create a module and then let's say you have shared that module with some other users, so to make the users not disturb our made attributes or methods, then we can make them private, and then the other users may not be able to access our variables or change the variables from outside the class. Okay, so yeah, this type of variables are known as private variables. So actually there are two types of variables, private and protected, but the most efficient one is private variables. Protected variables, it's not that much effective actually. It just tells that it's protected. So let's just see how we define the protected variables and private variables. So protected variables will have a single underscore before the prefix of the variable name, and private variables will have a double underscore as prefix. So actually what protected variable means that these should not be able to access outside the class, but they can be accessed from inside the class and subclass. And private variables cannot be accessed anywhere except that its own class. So let's just go to our program. Let's say I'm defining a class bank. Okay, I want to define a class bank. Okay, inside bank I want some attributes. First I have to define the init function, right? Underscore underscore init underscore underscore, and then the first attribute should be self. Sorry, self. And then let's say I want the name of the user, and when he's first creating the object, I want him to set a pin number. Okay, I want a pin number, and also how many money he's depositing initially. So I'm taking 3 attributes for now. Okay. So first we'll just create the class normally how we do. So I don't want any variables in private or protected mode. So I'll just say self dot name is equal to name, and then self dot pin is equal to pin, and last self dot money is equal to money. Okay, so yeah, let's just create an object of this bank. Okay, so let's say I have a instead of bank, it's better to keep bank account. Okay, bank account. So let's say I have a person P1 making a bank account. uh, Bank account, his name is Jill, and then he sets the pin to be something as uh, 1234, and then he sets the initial money as 1,000 rupees. So he's depositing 1,000 rupees initially inside the bank. Okay, and yeah, so normally when we have a bank account, other people should not be able to see our pin, right? If they see our pin, then what is the use? 1 minute, guys. Okay, yeah, so generally the other people should not be able to see our pin, right? So once it's defined, we don't want other people to access the pin. Okay, so now when I don't make it private, then I can access the pin over here. I can just say p1 dot pin, uh, let's say print it. I'll say p1 dot print, and then I'll just get the print pin number. So that's like I can hack his account easily, very easily. Okay, and other people should also not be able to see how much money I have in my bank account. And when it's not private, I can also see that, right? I can say p1 dot money, then I can check on to how much money he has. So these two should be made private or protected. So first let's just see what protected does. So to make a variable protected, we have to place an underscore before the variable. Okay, I'll make the first I'll make the print private and money protected. Okay, so now if I try to call, if I run this program, you can see that I have no attribute as pin. Okay, I'll just hash this. Let's see first what private protected does. Okay, so I'm trying to call money. It'll say it has no attribute as money. Okay, so when I want to call money really, so I have to, let's try seeing what this will do. I'm keeping underscore over there and calling money. So this is able to access the value, but what happens is we have to place a underscore before the money when we want to call the attribute. So that's why it's considered to be protected, but in my thought of view, I don't think it's that much protected, and using a private variable is more useful in these cases. So let me just try to do the same thing. What will happen? See, since I kept double underscore over here, So what will happen if I keep double underscore over here also? Will it be printing the just comment this? Will it be printing the pin number for me? Can you guys guess what will happen? I'm making the pin private and I've made the money protected, and I'm trying to access a private variable. What will happen? That is my doubt.
It may not.
Okay, it may not. Okay, Rakesh sir, it may not. Sangram, what is your vote? I want votes from everyone. Come on, guys.
It should print.
It should print. Okay. Shreyas, what is your vote? Shreyas, your vote? Okay, we got an answer. What will happen when I run this program? Will it be printing the pin number or will it raise an error? Okay, Zubair says no. Harshita, what is your vote? Shreyas and Harshita, come on.
I think it will print. Yeah.
You think it may print? Okay. So yeah, Shreyas, what do you think? Varsha, you also give us a vote. It will print. Okay, Shreyas is also saying it will print. So I'll just run the program and let's see. Okay. So now it's giving me error and saying it has no attribute as print. Oh, pin, sorry. It has no attribute as pin. So that means when a variable is protected, sorry, private, we cannot be able to access it from the main program. It can be only accessed inside the class. I can access our pin from inside the class. Say I have another function over here. I can define a function saying get pin. Okay, self, and then here I can say self dot pin, sorry, underscore pin. So like this, I can be accessing it in this way. So when you want to access these type of variables, then you can have a method to access this type of variables. And over here I can say I'll say p1 dot get pin. So now will it be accessing the variable or not? Now will it be accessing the variable or not? Yes. Okay. Zubair says yes. Varsha, what do you say? Will it be accessing the variable if I give a method for it? Yes. Yes. Okay. I got 3 votes for yes. Sangram, Rakesh, and Shreyas, what do you guys think?
It should print now.
Okay. Sangram says it should print. Rakesh, what do you say?
I'm still on the go. Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry?
Okay, now it's finished now.
Alright.
Yes.
What do you vote?
Commander sent a meeting request for ROS truck for tomorrow. I said, tomorrow's too short notice.
Sure.
See you tomorrow, Max. See you
Check
tomorrow.
the values. So I'll run the program and let's see what will happen. So now it is able to print, because now what am I doing is I told I can be accessing the variable from inside the class, and that is what I did. I'm accessing the variable from inside the class, but this is a form of function and I can call functions from anywhere, right? So I can call this function anywhere and I will be getting the output over here. So yeah, then if you ask me what is the reason I made this get pin, then actually instead of get pin we can say set pin. So that is for changing the pin number. Okay, and then here we'll take 2 arguments. I want the pin number also, and let's say if the pin number which we gave is equal to the pin number which was set in the initial position, then only we should be able to change the pin. So let's take 2 arguments. First one is old pin and second argument is new pin. Okay. So over here, let's say if pin is equal to self dot underscore underscore pin, then only we should be able to change the value of pin. Okay. So then we can say self dot underscore pin is equal to new pin, or else we will say print incorrect pin, and here we'll say success. Okay, print success. So now let's try this. So instead of get pin, I want set pin, and here I have to take two arguments. One is the actual pin. So actual pin is 1 2 3 4, and I want to change it to 6 7.
Raghav, your video is lagging, Raghav.
Okay, is the same for everyone? I guess it's fine right now, right? Okay, we'll see. If anyone has a problem, just let me know. Okay, I'll check it.
Okay.
So I want to change the pin to 7 8 9 and 0. Okay, 7 8 9 0. Okay, Zubair, you're also the video is lagging for you too. Is it fine right now? One minute, guys.
Let's continue and see, Raghav.
Okay, okay, yeah. So I'll try. I'm trying to change my pin. Yeah, this should be equal to sorry, double equal to. So yeah, now I'm able to change my pin, and it's not. Yeah. So now let's yeah, now I'll try to verify the pin over here. So just we'll write the get pin again to check if it's changed or not.
No,
So
it's lagging too much. Raghav.
is it okay? Then 1 minute. Is it fine for everyone else? I guess it's fine for others. Maybe Sangam, check your connection then. Yeah. Okay then we'll continue. So I'll just say get pin to just to verify if the pin is changed over here. Okay. So now I'll say we'll just return the self dot pin, and then after I change the pin number, let's print p1 dot dot get pin. Yeah, so it's getting changed successfully. Okay, so now let's try since we can access the variables like this, right? Over here I can change the name over here. Let's say if I want to change the name of the person, I can say p1 dot name is equal to some, let's say John. Now I want to print the name of the person also. p1 dot name. So now will it print me Jill or John? Shreyas, can you tell me will it print Jill or John? Jill. Zubair is telling Jill. Okay. Shreyas. Harshita. Shreyas is telling John. Okay. Sangram, what do you think? Jill or John? Harshita is saying
Should be
Jill.
Jill.
Jill. Okay. Rakesh.
Raghav, I'm not very sure. I just getting into drive mode.
Okay. Okay.
I did
Fine.
not hear last few minutes.
Will it be Jack, Jill or John? When I run print p1.name, what will be the output? Jill or John? I'm saying p1.name is equal to John over here. Then will it be changed to Jill or John? Okay, so we'll check it over here. Yeah, let's see. So it tells John because I didn't set the name as a private variable, right? The name over here is not a private variable. I just set pin and money as private and protected. So yeah, so we can be changing the public variables anyway anytime. So I'll just try the same thing with the private variable and the protected variables also. So let's just remove this, and I'll try to change the private variable. So I'll say p1.pin, sorry, underscore pin, right, is equal to, let's say I'm changing to 5678, and I'll try to change the money also. So p1.money is equal to, let's say 2000. So first I have set the pin as 1234, and then the money deposited as 1000 rupees. Then I'm trying to change it to 5678, and I'm trying to change the money to 2000. And over here again I'm setting the pin to 7890. Okay, let's just see how it works. So if you see, when I told to change the pin number, it took 1234 only. So you can understand here that it's not getting changed to 5678, right? Okay, let's just remove this. Let's just check if it's getting changed or not. If it gets changed, when I run the get pin, then it has to print 5678, or else it has to be printing 1234 only. So I'll run this. This will be better. Yeah. So it's saying John 1234, and total money is 2000. So now I'm able to change this money, but I'm not able to change our pin number, because the pin number is a private variable and money is a protected variable. Protected variable is not that much effective, as I told you, but private variables are really effective. See, you're not able to change the value from outside, and also when I try to access it, when I say print p1 dot underscore pin, then what will happen? I showed you before, right? What is going to happen right now? Sangram, can you tell me what will happen if I say p1 dot underscore pin?
Here, I think it will print 5678 now.
5678. Okay. Shreyas, what do you think? Zubair, what do you think? Will it print 5678, 1234, or error? 5678. Okay. Remember, pin is a private variable over here. So think about that and tell me. I'm going to remove this. Will it be printing 1234, 5678, or an error? I give you three options. Okay, I'll run it and I'll show you. So it's gonna be printing 5678. Wait, let me just see what happened. Let's see. That's not good as pin. Okay, that is fine. Let's see what error we got over here. It should actually be printing an error. So let's try removing this and let's see. Yeah, so actually when we call underscore pin, it should be printing an error. So yeah, let's try this again. Underscore, sorry. Okay, so over here when we are trying to access it from outside, then it's getting changed, I guess. Or did I mention any? Let's see. Now I'll try to get the value of pin. Okay, I'll say get pin. Sorry, p1 dot get pin. My mistake. p1 dot get pin. Right. If I try to get the pin from the class, then the pin from the class is saved as 1234, and it's not getting changed as 5678 when I change it manually over here. Okay. So as you can see, when I'm trying to change the pin from outside, it's only getting changed if I call it with the variable name. But when I call it with the method name, then it's not getting changed, right? If I say get pin and I'll say self dot pin is the get pin should be returning the pin number, then it's not getting changed over here actually. So I guess whenever I say p1 dot pin, it will be creating a new variable with the name as p1 dot pin. That's why it's gonna print that. Or else if I delete this and I'll say p1 dot pin underscore pin. So what this will be doing? It will print an error. See, it's printing an error. Okay, because in the class p1, it will think that it doesn't have, we don't have any variable as underscore pin. Okay. Do you guys understand?
Basically, it took, because you defined there, that's why it thought it created a new variable and
Yeah,
printed.
it creates a new variable over there. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
That's why it's getting that value from there. But when I say try to get the pin from inside the class, then we're gonna get 1234 itself. So actually we're not changing any value from the class, but it's just creating a new variable with the same name. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, and here also this is a mistake. Let's try to change this money and let's see. So initially I told money as 1000, and I'm trying to get the value of money right now. Okay. We'll just try to see what will happen. So money is getting able to change, and as you can see, when it's a protected variable, right, it's not a private variable, so we can be able to access it. When I say p1 dot money, we will be able to print it because we have the access from it outside also. Okay, so this is one way we can use private and protected variables. So a simple example I gave you in a bank account. For you, let's say where can you use it? We can say that the cost of an item should not be changed by the user or the customer outside, right? Then you should set that cost as private variable. Then you can do that in your classes, and I'll give that as your homework. Okay, so we have seen private and protected variables. Are you able to see my PPT? Yeah. Are you guys able to see my PPT? Okay. So now let's see what is polymorphism. So by the word polymorphism, can you guys tell me the meaning of poly?
Many.
Many. Yeah, good. Poly means many. And then morph, meaning of morph. Good, shares. Yeah, Harshita and shares. Yeah, good. It poly means many. Then what is the meaning of morph? Does anyone know meaning of morph? Can change.
Structure.
Yeah, good. Zubair told me the whole meaning of polymorphism. That's good. Polymorphism means can change the shape, and morph means structure. Yeah, structure or form anything is morph. So polymorphism means having many shapes or having many structures. So in Python, what polymorphism means is it's like behaving differently um, for different classes. The same function will behave differently. For example, I'll just take a small example. Let's just delete this. They'll comment. Sorry. Okay. So let's take a variable x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 15. Okay. So now what will x and x plus y do? X plus y. If I say print x plus y, what will be the output? I told print x plus y. What will be the output? Come on, guys. 35. Good. 35. Are you sure 35? 25. Yeah,
25.
sure. Is correct. Yeah. So basically, what are we doing here? We're just adding two numbers. So if I print this, we'll get 25. Then if I take x as let's say py and I take y as th python h as thon, then what will I get the result now? I took x as py and y as thon. What will error? Okay, shares and Harsha tells error. Sangram, what do you say? Error or will we get a output?
Yeah, double quotes missing. So error.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'll just close this. Yeah. So now what will get?
Now you should get Python.
Python. Okay. Rakesh says Python. Sangram, what do you say?
No, Sangram
Okay,
says
Sangram told
Python.
Python.
Rakesh is saying error.
Okay.
Rakesh is saying error.
Error. Okay, so yeah, I'll try to run it and let's see. So it's still in Python, right? So the plus symbol here is acting as concatenation. That means it will add the two variables and it will form a single string. Then let's see what will this do. I have a list. Let's say T H O N. Okay, and let's just convert this into a. So now what will this do?
So Raghav, we can add plus as we can use plus as concatenating two strings also.
Yeah, we can use plus as concatenation two strings.
Okay.
So what will this be doing right now? I have a x as a list of py and y as thon in a form of list. Then what will this do? Will it raise an error like how you thought before, or will it be adding all of them and forming a new list? What will it do?
Yeah, new list with python.
Okay, Sangram says we'll have a new list with python. Let's try. Exactly, we have a new list with python. Good. So what did you see over here? Let's just take another example. I'll take floats right now. Okay, the last example I'll take in. So I'll say 5.5 and let's say 10.23. Sorry, 10.23. So now what this will do? What will this be doing? Fast guys, 5.5, 10.23 x plus y. We'll give an error, we'll be adding them. What will be the output?
15.73.
15.73. Exactly, 15.73. So like here we saw two scenarios actually. So the first scenario is about integers and floats, numeric type, right? So in numeric type, what is it doing? We are adding the two things, right? Now the moment when I make this a string, I'm making this as a string, okay? Now what will this be doing? X plus y. Will it say 15.73? It's in a form of string.
No, it will say 5.510.23.
Yeah, great Sangam. 5.510.23. Yeah, so now what is happening? It's acting differently due to different classes, right? How means Shreyas is asking how. That is because now I have mentioned it as a string. So it's in a class string, right? So if I say type of y, type of x, and I'll print type of y also. So they both are in the class strings, and when we add two strings, what will happen? They'll get concatenated. So that means they just mix them both, and it will form a new separate string with both the data, right? So that is what is happening over here. But when I take it as an integer, I'm taking it as an integer right now. So now if I take it as an integer, both are in the class float. I'm taking it as float, and floats, when I use the same operation on a float, then the operation is different, right? We're going to get it as added, and we'll get 15.73. So the polymorphism over here is the plus operator. So it's acting differently for different forms. When the data types are strings, then it's going to act as a concatenator. When the data types are integers or floats, then what is it acting as? It's acting as a addition operator, right? So now when let's say, let's do the same thing with uh, our program, okay, our class. So I'll create two objects, p1 of bank account, sorry, and then let's give the name as John. Let's say the pin is 1234, and then let's give the money added in his account is 1000. And then I have p2 as a person is equal to bank account, class bank account, and his name is Jill. And then let's say 5678 is his pin number, and he has deposited 10,000 rupees. Okay, so now if I say p1 plus p2, what will happen? P1 plus p2 or p2 plus p1, what will happen? Any guesses what will happen if I say p1 plus p2 or p2 plus p1?
It will be, what is this bank account? Okay, it is
Bank account
the
is our class, self-made class.
function class. Okay.
Okay, any guesses?
So
Varsha?
probably it will be John Jill, then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, then 1000 thousand. Sorry, 1 2 this will be added. The numbers will be added, and the John, it will be John Jill.
Okay, so basically you're telling it to add all the attributes together. respectively, right?
Yeah, for integer it will add, and for this
String will get converted.
yes.
Okay. Any other guesses? Rakesh, you want to try? Okay, going with
No,
someone.
I'm driving, Raghav.
Okay, fine. Harshita, what do you say?
I think except 1, 2, 3, 4, it will add all the, rest of the things like integers and Johnjil. Except
Okay,
1, 2, 3, 4.
okay, because you're thinking it's a private variable, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, let's run it and let's see. It gives me error because we can't define anything like how to add to bank accounts, right? Over here, I'll just take the x and y again. Let's say x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2. Simple. Okay, x plus. Okay, so here when integer is an inbuilt class, right? So they have defined what has to happen when we use the plus operator. And if you want to see the definition, I'll just write int, and I'm pressing control and clicking on int. Okay, so that will just go into the built-ins the program over there. And here they have defined all the things which you can do, and here they have defined a addition operator, and it will be defined somewhere over here. Here we are just saying dot, but actually what happens is we're going to add 2 integers over there. So that is what is going to happen when we say dot add. So when I say x plus y, what actually happens is this is the same as, so it will call a special function or a magical function, that is I'm saying x dot underscore add underscore, and inside this I'm saying y. So this is what is going to happen in the backside, in the background. This is going to happen. So as I told, magical functions can be called automatically, and for add magical function, the plus operator, whenever we use a plus operator, it will call this add operate or add method, magical method. So now if I run this, it will give me the value of 3. Okay, so that is going to happen over here. And in our class we did not define any uh, magical method as underscore add, right? So it doesn't have any reference to see over here. If I say get pin, it will go to our class, and it will say, okay, I have a get pin over here, I can return the self pin over here. If I say set pin, it will go over here and it will check if the pin number is equal to the new pin number set over there, and if the pin number is equal, then it will set the pin like that. But here we did not give anything to add, right? We did not define any underscore add over there. So that is why we are not getting anything to add. So let's say when I say add P1 and P2, I just want to add their bank deposits. Okay, I just want to add their bank deposits over there. So when we want to define our own operators, what the operators should do. So let's say define underscore add. So these are all the inbuilt functions over here. These are all the inbuilt magical functions, and we can use anything over here. Let's say add. I want to add right now. So when I use the add operator, and anyways we have to say self, and we have to give one more variable, right? Because we're adding 2 things. So I want self and what should be taken inside the bracket. So let's take some x. Okay, and then over here what do I want to add? So it should return self dot the money. So underscore money. Okay, let's just take this underscore. We don't want protected variable right now. Okay, and I want to add the money in x also. So x dot money. So this should be happening when I say x plus y. So now let's see what not x plus y, p1 plus p1 p2. So now when I try to say print p1 plus p2, let's see what will happen right now. If I run this, it's saying 11,000, right? Now what happened? It's adding the both deposited money. I have deposited first 1,000 rupees, and in P2 I deposited 10,000 rupees. So when I say P1 plus P2, I'm getting the value of the total value of the bank, right? That is 11,000 rupees. And we can also add all these functions. We have subtract, we have multiplication, power, division, and all those. We can do anything. So these are all called magical or special functions. And this is a form of polymorphism. Okay, this is one of the form of polymorphism. So in this polymorphism, the operator plus operator takes different forms for different types of data which it's dealing with. So yeah, let's just see one more thing. I want to show you one more special this special methods. What if I say P1? I just say print P1, then what will I be getting? What will I be getting if I say print P1? Sangram, do you want to answer? Varsha, tell me your answer. What will I be getting when I say P1? Okay, Shreyas is saying we'll get John 1, 2, 3 and 1,000. Okay, one valid answer. Sangram, what do you say? Harshita, what do you say? Varsha also says John 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1,000. Okay, two valid answers. Harshita same.
John and 1,000 only. Or error.
Okay, you're saying error or John. So now if I say
No,
this,
no,
it won't give me any error. What it will do is it will print the name of the module. This module is in the main module, so it will get a good name. Then it will print the name of the class, and it will print the address of the location of the object. Okay, that is what it's going to do when we call a string operator. So what print will do is it will call a special operator as string. So I don't want to print all this. Who cares about the address and all this, right? I want our output as whenever I say P1, it has to print that this is the bank account of John. We don't want to say the pin number, but we can say the account the money deposited in his account, right? So I want to say this is the bank account of John, and the money he has deposited is 1,000 rupees. I want these two things to be displayed whenever I say P1. So when I want to do that, so whenever I say print, that will be calling a special method again that is called underscore string. So underscore str. Okay, here I have to take self. Let's see what else you have to take. Okay, let's just try. And what do I want to print? Let's say it should be returning. Wait, we'll just define details. And let's say it in a string. Here, this is the bank account of, and then we'll just give format, and he has deposited these many rupees, and we'll format it over here. Format, first one is self dot name. Okay, let's, yeah, self is fine, right? Self dot name, and the second one is we want the money value, so self dot money. And here we want to return the details. Okay, now let's try what will happen when I say print P1. So when I say print P1, it will say this is the bank account of John and he has deposited 1,000 rupees. If I say print P2, then what will happen? If I say print P2, what will happen if I say print P2? Come on. Come on guys. What will I say if I say print P2? what will be giving the output?
It will print Jill's detail.
Yeah, it will print his details. It will say the bank account, this is the bank account of Jill, and he has deposited 10,000 rupees, right?
Yeah.
John and 1,000 rupees. Oh, sorry, this is P2. Yeah, Jill and 10,000 rupees. So now we have seen two magical functions, that is add and strings. Yeah, good shares. In place of John, it will be Jill, and also instead of 1,000, we'll get 10,000 rupees. So yeah, like this, there are many other inbuilt special functions. You can check it out in the net, and you can add how many variables you want. And how can we use this is in your supermarket one, Sangram. When you want to say billing, then you can just say, you can just take the two, let's say I want rice, and then we can just say rice plus atta, and that will just give me the bill, right? It will just give me the value. And if you want the quantity also, then you can add the multiplication here, and we'll say rice into 5 and atta into 2, and that should give you the output as a billing result. So this is a very useful and interesting part in classes, right? Let's try to add the multiplication also. I'll just show you. So diff underscore underscore mul. The multiplication is known as mul. Is it mul? I guess product. Okay, let's see. Yeah, mul should be working. Let's say it has to return self dot money into x dot money. Into x dot money, and we have to also take a variable x inside this. Okay, so we'll try this. P1 into P2. Yeah, so it's working. So if you want to multiply, it's underscore mul. Okay, and 1,000 into 10,000 will give you this result. So yeah, it's working perfectly fine. So this is one of the beauty of classes, right? You can use these operators and create your own way of representing these operators. And there's also one more form of polymorphism. This is just one form of polymorphism which you saw right now. So the second form of polymorphism is the form which you saw right now is operator overriding. Okay, this form is operator overriding. I'll just show you in PPT. So the word polymorphism means having many forms. In programming, polymorphism is the same as it has the same name for different functions. Okay, you can have that also. So the one which you saw right now is operators overriding. Okay, so we have defined our own what the value should be for different operators for our own class. So now let's see what is methods overriding. What will happen in methods overriding? So methods overriding will work for inheritance. Okay, this will be working for inheritance. So I'll just take this out, and I'll take a new class, say animals. Okay, and here let's just define init as self name and age. 3 variables. I'm taking 3 variables over here, and then let's say self dot name, sorry, 2 variables, not 3, is equal to name, and then self dot age is equal to age. And then I'll define another method over here. Let's say talk. Okay, define talk, and should take self as attribute. And for animals, I don't like for any random animal, let's just say I don't know how to talk. Okay, let's print I don't know how to talk. Okay. Now I also have another class that is inherited from the animals. Let's say dog, and then we'll give the same. Uh, I don't want to do anything over here. Okay, let's just give pass right now. Okay. So the dog class is just an empty class, and I just want to inherit all the features from the main class animals. Okay. So in the previous class, what did we see? We saw that whenever we inherited, we'll get all the attributes and the methods from the parent class to child class. So I'll define a dog d1 is equal to dog, and the dog name is Twister, and let's say his age is 5 years. Okay. Now I want the dog to talk, so I'll say d1 dot talk. Okay. Now if I run this, what will happen? What will I get the output as? If I say d1 dot talk, what will it do? Will it go to d1? Will it go to this talk over here in the inheritance, or since I don't have anything over here, will it just give me a error? What do you say? Come on, guys. What will this be doing? Okay, got an answer. Error. Harshita is saying error. Okay. Do you guys accept with Harshita? Will it give you an error? Okay, I got two more answers. Okay. Yeah, Harshita says it will print talk. Okay. Shreyas, what do you say? Error or will it print talk? Okay, Shreyas says error. Sangram, what do you say?
Should be error, I guess.
Error. Okay, you guys are forgetting the main thing of inheritance. What will inheritance do? It will take all the methods from the parent class, right? See, if I don't have inheritance, I didn't give any init over here, but still I'm taking two variables as the argument. That means I'm taking the init from the parent class. So let's just see what will happen if I run it. So it's saying I don't know how to talk. That means it's inheriting that feature from the parent class. Okay, I'll define another one over here. Let's say def move self, and then let's print I've moved forward. Okay, now I can call this move over here, right? Can I be calling this move over here? Sangram, what do you say? Is it fine if I call move? Yeah, Harshita says yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So we can call the move over here. It will say I have moved forward. Okay. Now I want to do one thing. Let's say the dog can actually talk, right? But in its language, it will say woof, right? So it has a language of itself. It will say bow bow or woof woof, anything. So let's say I want it to talk. Def talk, and let's take self, and let's say print woof. Okay, and let's just create another class over here. I'll say cat. And this is also inherited from animals. Okay, and here also I'll define another talk with self, and then what does cat say? It's just meow, right? We'll say meow over here. Meow. Okay, so now I'll create two more objects over here. let's say A1 is an animal, any animal. So it's in the class animals, and let's say the animal name is Jack, and let's say his age is some 10 years. And C1 is a cat. So let's say the cat name is some Ruby, and the cat's age is 2. Okay. Now I want to call 3 functions. Let's say A1 dot talk, and then I'll say D1 dot talk, and lastly I'll say C1 dot talk. So now what will this be doing? Will it say I don't know how to talk for everything because it's an inheritance from the previous one? Or for dog will it say woof woof, and cat will it say meow? What will be the output? This is my doubt. Any guesses? Varsha? Okay, Shares is saying I don't know how to talk for all. Okay. Varsha, what do you think? Sangram, what do you think?
I think same. I don't know how to talk.
Okay, 2 votes for I don't know how to talk. Harshita? What do you think, Harshita?
First, it will print I don't know how to talk. Then
Okay.
it will print for respect to dog and cat.
Okay, so it will print I don't know how to talk, woof woof and meow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that is one word. And let's see what Varsha says. You agree to I don't know how to talk, or to Harshita, with Harshita? Okay, let's see. So first it got I don't know how to talk, then it says woof woof, then it says meow, right? So I'll just give you a small example to understand this. Let's say when I'm small, I don't have a phone with me. Okay, I don't have a phone with me, but my father has a phone. And let's say some friends came and he asked me what phone I have. So normally I know that I use my father's phone, right? So I can say for my father's phone is my phone. So let's say my father has some uh, Samsung phone. So I'll say I'm using Samsung phone. So whenever someone asks me I have which phone I have, I'll say I have Samsung phone. Then after some years, I got a phone for myself. Okay. Then what will happen? They ask me, and let's say that phone name is Motorola. Then what will happen to? Then what will happen when they ask me what phone do I have? Will I say Samsung or will I say Motorola? I will obviously say I have Motorola, right? Because the phone which I am having is Motorola right now. So in this example, let's take if there is no uh, talk defined inside, if there's no talk defined inside the dog or cat class, then it will inherit. Then it will inherit the I don't know talk over here. But since I have defined a talk of over here, then it will define woof woof. Sorry, it will print woof woof over here, and it will print meow over here. So this is called method overriding. We're overriding the talk method. And the reason why I'm saying this is polymorphism is I'm calling the same method for different classes, and it is acting differently for each and every class, right? So this is also a form of polymorphism. So did you understand this? Did you guys understand this?
YouTube video revisiting would be required, Raghav.
What?
YouTube video revisiting would be required.
Okay, why?
No, understood, but just to clear, because on YouTube videos we can reverse forward and listen again and all those things. Then it will be pretty much clear.
Okay. So do you have any doubt about this? Anyone has any doubts about this? Okay, so let's see. Yeah, methods overriding is about when we write a method in a child class with the same name as the method in the parent class, then it overrides the method from the parent class to the child class instance. Okay, so in that way, the method will work differently for each for different class. And this is also an example of polymorphism. And operators overriding we have seen before, right? Using operators. And yeah, I just want to discuss about magical and special methods. So the methods with the double underscore are called special functions in Python or magical functions. And the main special function we saw over here is init, right? Whenever we're initializing the class, we're using init. So that is the default special function we use whenever we're defining classes. And the other special functions we saw is add function, string function, and multiplication function. So there are many other functions also. Yeah, and we can define our own way. So whenever we call it, the behavior changes as for different classes. So that's it, guys, and we have completed the oops concept. So in today's and the last class, we have learned about the concept of oops, that is object oriented programming. And then we have seen what is a class and object. We have seen what is abstraction. Abstraction means the generalizing of class, right? See, I can say that a dog is an animal, cat is an animal, and all of these belongs to the class of animals, right? So this is called the generalization of objects. I'm not saying that that object belongs to this class. That means I'm abstracting the object. That's what abstraction means normally. And then we saw what is inheritance, encapsulation, and polymorphism. Okay, so let's see what is the next part, and in the next part we're going to go dig into data science projects. Okay, so over here we'll see what is numpy, and we'll also see what are we'll work with pandas. So these are the two new modules which you're going to work with, and I'll be telling you how to install these modules and all. So do you have any doubts? Okay. Okay, then I'll be ending the session. Thank you, guys. Bye.